Hey yo, welcome to Adventures with Aggie, brought to you by Coco's Coffee House. Today we have another episode of our Cirque du Soleil series, and we're hearing from Vitor Silva Dos Santos, also known as Perniha Capoeira. He's going to tell us about his journey doing Jiu Jitsu and Capoeira in Cirque du Soleil. So please welcome Vitor. Vitor, how are you doing today?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much for having me here.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm excited to get to know more about you. But first, can you just kind of start by giving me some background on who you are and what you do?
Yes. First of all, my name is Vitor. Okay, this is my original name. In Capoeira, people know me by Perniha. Okay, I'm from Brazil, originally from Brazil. I'm 38 years old. I've been doing Capoeira for the past almost 30 years. I do Jiu-Jitsu for the 20 years, so my background is a martial art, dance, and aerial acrobatic. My family, everybody did martial art. I'm in the third generation of martial art of my family, straight from Brazil to the world. Believing in Canada the past 10 years. I had a school here, but with the pandemic, I decided to close it, and capoeira, Brazilian martial art, jiu-jitsu, Brazilian martial art, but started in Japan, capoeira started in Africa, and then we decide to spread those two beautiful martial art to the world.
That's awesome. That's so cool. How did, I guess, like from the very beginning, how did martial arts become your sport? Like, how did you know that was going to be your thing?
Well, I didn't know it was like it's passed by family now, generation also. I'm the third generation of my family, so in our house it was go to the school, come back, do all the homeschool, and train. That was like in home, because even because of my family, they are military. Then we have this kind of um, growing direction, very straight. Grandfather, father. It was very kind of a, hey, you do martial art. So we didn't have a choice. No, the girls, no, my cousin, no, my sister, no, me. Nobody have a choice. Hey, you not play soccer. You do martial art first. Martial art first, then after you do whatever you want. And then I decided like to martial art be everything for me. And as you know, Brazil, big city and big country, uh, beautiful things with bad things, bad influence, a good influence. So I decided to keep the good influences, So and that's why I love martial art, and I live about martial arts. So yeah.
Yeah, it was in your blood. It was in your blood.
Definitely my blood. Definitely my blood. I have a t-shirt that says capoeira is in my blood, because it's like I started capoeira young, but it was like my grandmother, she already do a little capoeira. My grandfather do a little capoeira. So we always do martial art, and you always like okay, family reunion, porrada, fight, because we like to train. Then we're like, oh, let's make a little fights. So that's how it was like the family get together. Some family get together like, oh, let's eat barbecue, let's have a drink. No, we get together to fight. So like, wow, that was like a funny moments like in my childhood. That was fantastic.
I bet. I bet. That sounds so much fun. I want to come to one of your family reunions. That sounds crazy.
Oh yeah, but it was nice, it was like in a good way, like in a
Yeah.
good way, like
Yeah.
so.
Awesome. I love it. I love it. Cool. Well, okay, let's backtrack a little bit. Can you tell us what capoeira is? And kind of you already mentioned where it started, but yeah, can you just kind of give us a little more background for people who don't know what this is?
For sure. Okay, capoeira is a Brazilian martial art. Okay, combined by flow movements, kicks, and acrobatic. But people tend to say capoeira is a dance. It's because the way we move. But if I'm go back a little bit, capoeira comes from Africa. Capoeira is from Africa, growing in Brazil. Jiu-jitsu is from Japan, growing in Brazil. So these two martial arts, when it comes to Brazil, we modify and we make in a different style to be able to be used by everybody. So talk about capoeira. Capoeira is the way we move it look like we dance, because back in the time, in the slave time, so the slave have to camouflage, have to hiding. They are not allowed to train. They are not allowed to train. They have to do something to hide the way they move it, the way they train to be able to train, so and back in the slave time, they have a lot of dance, so they start to mix capoeira with the dance, like just like to camouflage, to hiding now. And then that's why everybody think, oh, capoeira is a dance, is a martial art, move as a dance, is a game. Capoeira is a game. Capoeira is really a game. It's like you play against your, I'm not say opponents, like if you see in my background there, I have like a 2 trophy. This is like from capoeira. There has a tournament of capoeira, and this will be been going like since the past 10 to 15 years, because before that, people didn't accept capoeira as a martial art because they didn't know. And of course, if a kickbox guy, Muay Thai guy see capoeira, they say, oh, they dance. Yes, we dance. It's our way to move, But one of the dangers I say, and you that look at me, you're gonna understand. One of the dangers kicks is come from capoeira. The dangers, so, and very powerful. Talk about jiu-jitsu. Jiu-jitsu was from Japan to Brazil. Mestre Hélio Gracie, skinny guy. He say, I wanna change the way. I want to the little weak guy, skinny guy, be able to defend themselves from the big guys. And they create the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, because the Jiu-Jitsu from Japan, it was a little bit more stand-up, it was a lot of a throw, a little bit as a judo, but they have like some chokes. So Master Hélio Gracie, he switched the way, the style they create. Familia Gracie is a big family. So they create a style, and today is like a successful like capoeira. Capoeira and jiu-jitsu for me is like my favorite. I did all the martial arts, but it's my favorite ones. So
I can hear like how much you love it. Like just from hearing you describe it, I feel the passion. That's awesome.
Like it's all about capoeira, it's all about jiu-jitsu.
Definitely. Awesome. Well, let's kind of move into how did you come about Cirque? How did this opportunity come about? And just kind of, can you give me the story here?
For sure. It's a long story, but I'm gonna make this quickly, okay? So back in Brazil, I was working in a hotel, doing flying trapeze. Was not Super Club Breeze, it was Club Med. I was starting Super Club Breeze, then I moved to Club Med. So work over there. And one day, one guest, a good friend of mine, he gave me a DVD from La Nuba. La Nuba is one of the shows back in Florida, Orlando, and I saw those flying trapeze guys, and I was like, oh my God. So I say to myself, I want to fly in this trapeze. The bar is different. That it was double platform. And then I call all my trapeze team, let's go watch this video. So we watching, blah, blah, blah. And I look to them and say, hey, guess what? I'm going to one day work over there. And they make fun of me. They say, come on, you're going to sell popcorn over there. You're not going to do that there. I say, watch me. So this is like a long years ago. I moved to Europe to perform capoeira. Then I received an opportunity from Spain to go to Mexico to work in a super club on Club Med in Mexico. So I flew from there to Mexico. So work in the flying trapeze team. And this lady from Cirque du Soleil come with her family, her two daughters, her husband, for vacation Cancun. So the kids love trapeze. They come and the kids spend the entire day in the trapeze. And the family become my friend. I didn't know they will work for Cirque du Soleil. And they say to me like this, hey, have you heard about Cirque du Soleil? I say, yes, I did. What is your favorite show? That time I didn't know about Ka. I knew only about like La Nuba. I say, oh, I would love to work in La Nuba. And she say, but are you a capoeirista? I say, I am. Say, why you don't try Ka? I say, Ka? Yeah, it's another show. She said, okay, I guess. So she said, I'm gonna book an audition for you. Can you do it? I say, yes. It's gonna be in Mexico City. I was in Cancun, Mexico City, Sunday morning, 8 o'clock in the morning. So my day off, no, it was Saturday, sorry. It was Saturday morning. And my day off was Saturday, and I was in Cancun. I told her, yeah, no problem, I will be there. So I left Cancun 11 o'clock at night, take the flight. It was 2 hours flight to Cancun to Mexico City, getting there. From the airport, I went straight to the gym, the gymnasium, where it's gonna be and I sit down, swear to God, sit down in the door and sleep in the door. Because I didn't know nobody over there. I didn't know, I have nobody, I have no friends in Mexico. I didn't know. And now I sit and I sleep. Like 7 o'clock in the morning, people start to come, and I was open my eyes. And now when you sleep and you realize people look at you, I was like, I look, and then I have like my backpack. And then one of the guys, are you coming from the audition? I say, yeah, I come from the audition. Are you okay? You feel better? No, I was just sleepy here. I will oversleep because I didn't have nobody. Say, oh my God. So I get inside the gym. I did my registration, everything. They say, Philippe Agouguet. It was the name of the guy, Philippe Agouguet. This guy, like, he changed my life. This guy and this family. He said to me, all right, martial arts this side, acrobatics this side, dancers this side, blah, blah, blah. So everybody did the solo. He said, now martial art. It was only me doing martial art, capoeira. When I get into capoeira, the entire gym stand up because they didn't know. There was like I was just flying in the air and do different style back kicks, and Felipe Agouguet, he was sitting in his chair like this, and he stand up and he say, did you see? Did you see? That's what I want. I don't want you to do a double backflip. I want you to be different. And that's from that, that was like when everything began. So 54 athletes, only me and one girl passing audition. So I get an audition, but I didn't get the job. So I went to Punta Cana, finished Cancun, went to Punta Cana, work in a Club Med over there, another Club Med. Because to be in a Cirque du Soleil, you have to do the audition. You do the audition, you pass the audition, then you are in the groups of the people that did the audition. So getting in Punta Cana, I met Rob Dawson, which was the head coach from Lanuba, and talk about my story, blah blah blah. He was a nice guy. Didn't know that he worked for Cirque du Soleil. I didn't even know that he was like the head coach of the trapeze team until he told me, and the day that he left. So I come to Canada. I finish my contract, come to Canada. I get here on a Wednesday. I told him I'm gonna go to Canada. He said, okay, good. So I come to Canada, get here on a Wednesday. Thursday morning, ring, phone is ring. Hey, Vitor, how you doing? I said, I'm doing good. Who's this? He says, Rob. What's up, Rob? He said, hey, I get a proposition for you. I say, tell me. We need somebody like for 3 months. do you want to come for a contract for 3 months? I was like, sweet, I want to. Let's go. Yeah, you have to go to Cirque du Soleil, do makeup and everything. I said, okay, no problem. When is it? Oh, you're gonna start next week. I said, can we start tomorrow? I'm free tomorrow, huh? He said, okay, good. So then I went Friday. We did all the things, preparation. Then I went to Lanuba. That dream back in Brazil, in my room with my friends, it was about to become true. It was about becoming reality. So look at the instructor and I say, man, I only see that in my little computer in a DVD. And now I'm here because it's huge. It was a huge moment of my life. I was looking inside of the theater of Lanuba. I couldn't like realize. I was like, no, this is a dream. So did the show, did my first show, flying trapeze. My two friends work in a summer camp back in New York in the Long Island. You know, they call me. I heard about you in Lanuba. I say, yeah, come to see me. I got a ticket for you. They come, and then my two friends that say to me back in Brazil say, oh, you're not gonna do the show. Come on, you not. They was like, he come and they hug me, they cry, and say, man, unbelievable. You say that you're gonna work in this show, and here we go, you're here. So that was the story, how to get in Cirque du Soleil, how to get in Lanuba. So moved to car. I was working in New York, in Pennsylvania, in a summer camp. I got a call for my best friend, Wellington Lima. This guy's like phenomenal in trampoline wall. He said, hey, what are you doing? I said, I'm in a supermarket with my sister in Walmart. They say, I need a video from you. I say, a video of what? Because he knew that I want to work in car to do capoeira. I said, I don't have a video now. I have a new phone. He said, I don't care. Make a video for me now. I was in the middle of the supermarket, late in the middle of the supermarket, do acrobatic, play with the flutes. And the artist director said, I like it. Bring him here. So I was going to Las Vegas for jiu-jitsu competition, and I got an opportunity to do the audition for car. Then when I got there in car, I was like another like wow, you know. And there I was Lanuba 1 year, car 4 years and a half, and it was beautiful time. Cirque du Soleil, one of the amazing company to work. If you never work and you have this dream to go, do it. You know, do it. If you want something, just go forward. You know, don't look back, work forward. And that's what I did. I want to work in Cirque du Soleil. I did in Lanuba. Then I say, okay, next time, it's going to be Ka. Ka, I wait 8 years to work in Ka. 8 years. But, you know, I always say like this. If you try 100 times and 101, you got her, it means work. It means like all this 100 times, it was a tryout. Some people gonna give up. Some people just gonna go for. I didn't give up. I keep it going. I try. I dream. I leave my hair grow because I want to be looking like the character. You see that character over there? That's the main character. I want to leave my hair grow. I'm going to be like the jester. I'm going to work in car. I dream. I eat. I train. I wake up. I breathe. But if you don't do that, if you don't put that, it doesn't mean you don't want, right? If you want something, you have to commit me 100% every day. Every step of your day, your month in your year. So yeah, that's my story getting the Cirque du Soleil.
That's incredible. So many things happened. You know, it's never, people always say it's never like a straight path. And that's, your story is the definition of that, I think, which is so cool. Even though the dream was always constant, right? Like you always knew where you wanted to go, but there was just all these little, not bumps, just stops along the way, right?
But it's you know, that's what I say to people. Walk back There's no choice. You stop, look, it's good. Keep moving forward. That is the reason. Never, I say to people, never go back. Never go back. Stop. If you need to stop, look, chill, think about, do it, but don't give up because you're about to get and you just give up. I didn't give up and I will tell you, Agui, me, Vitor Silva Dos Santos, Perniha Capoeira, I never give up in one of my dreams, in one of my people. Never. I always go forward, 100%, commitment, focus, consistency every single day. If you don't do that, it doesn't mean you don't want to, or ever. It's coming for this company. No, no, no. The job is not gonna knock at your door. Hey, open. Here you go. No, it's not like this. Hey, you're gonna open, you're gonna get the bus and you go train, rain, snow, huracán, pandemic, whatever. Do it. Just go and do it, right? Because if you're not, and I'm very proud of it to say that me, myself, and the other people that I know have the same story. They has their dream. They have those bumps, like you say, the bump, the curves, the jump walls, dog. It's just part of.
Definitely, definitely. I want to ask you, I guess, how you feel when you're performing. What is going through your mind, whether you're on the trapeze or you're doing capoeira or whatever else? What do you think about? Like, what is your mind telling you to do, or maybe it's blank? I don't know. What are you thinking about when you're doing these things?
Do my best. Blows people mind. I want people like, wow, you know, and to do that, you have to be different. You gotta do something different. And me, what I'm making me be different is like when I go 100% passion, So everything that I have in my mind is out. Now I'm a Perniha performance, Cirque du Soleil, Perniha performance capoeira, Perniha teacher, So that moment, I'm 100% commitment with my soul and my heart. And I go and I don't stop. And I want the people not just say, oh, okay. No, say, wow, do you see what he did? That's like the idea, right?
Definitely, definitely. I love that answer.
Thank you.
Awesome. Okay, next one for you. How have all these sports, all these things that you've done, impacted your life personally and professionally?
Personally, I will tell you, if you come for a country, all right, that is very poor, corruption, everything, and you get an opportunity like this, it's a life change. In Brazil, in countries that have all those kind of a problem, 90% of the population, work hard, or sometimes half of the population in Brazil has no job. So when you have an opportunity like this, it's a life change. Yes, and it's like one opportunity and 100. And when you get this opportunity, it makes you appreciate how much it's important to never give up in your goals. And in my life, this was just like, look, I'm born with nothing, and I'm here in Canada, so I'm speak 5 language. I try at least speak 5 language, like I see many country. I knew a lot of people. This for my life personal, it's amazing. I love about country. Professional, I'm capoeirista. When the people say, "What? Who you are?" I'm Perniha Capoeira. My name say I'm capoeirista. So to perform in Cirque du Soleil, capoeirista is a big accomplishment, and to represent the capoeira community, this is like amazing. So professionalism talk, I I just say like it was a big change. For me, it was a like, wow, like a teacher, in Canada, Capoeira and Ka performance with like some shows here. So it's professional. I have nothing like different to say than just say, hey, I did. I'm very happy and about, and I'm so grateful for that.
I'm so excited for you. I love this. I'm so excited. You're killing it. It's so fun to see too. I guess just a few more questions for you. What's next? What are you focusing on? What have you been up to recently?
Next, that's like a question that people like always ask you, like, what is next? Where do you go? Honestly, now my goal is like this: live it today,
Mm-hmm.
have fun today, be healthy today, train hard today, learn from yesterday, and let it be tomorrow. So let it be. That's my next, day by day. Before, remember many years ago, if you ask me this question, I was gonna tell you, go to Cirque du Soleil, which is what everybody say. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? You're not gonna study? No, I'm not gonna study. I'm not going to the school. I already finished my school. No, 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 no university. I wanna go to Cirque du Soleil. I wanna be a performer. That was my goal. Like my goal was like go to Cirque du Soleil. My goal was like uh go to another country, learn a language. That was my goal. 10, 20 years ago. I'm still young. I know I have some white beard, but I'm still young. But yes, like that's my next. My next is like, and now we're gonna say to everybody, your next is like today. This is your next today. You're gonna kind of have fun today. You're gonna learn today. You're gonna make friends. You're gonna enjoy it with your friend. Tomorrow's tomorrow. You can't control what is going to happen tomorrow, right? So you got to control what happened today. And what I yesterday, you learn, do better today. So my answer is like, my next is today.
That's perfect. It's perfect. I love it. I hope people listen to that too and take that kind of mindset on as well. Cool. Let's see. Last question for you. You've already given lots of advice, but what is one piece of advice you would give to your younger self?
My youngest self, for my youngest self. All right. Uh, I was going to say, don't give up. Don't give up. Because this is like, is very uncommon. People always give up, and they give up because they're like, they want to become easy. Good things don't come easy. They take times. It take a long time. You cannot expect things happen night a day. My life was not a night a day. It was nights and nights and nights, days and days, months, years, and keep it going. So that was my life. And now you there, they're gonna see this podcast. I'm gonna tell you something. Never give up in your dream. You have a dream, keep it going. Because if you give up today, you're gonna give up tomorrow, and you're gonna give up after tomorrow. But if you don't give up today, tomorrow you're gonna be strong, and no matter how hard it's gonna be, you're gonna face, and you're gonna confront, and you're gonna get her, right? So if you give up today, you give up tomorrow. Who give up today, give up tomorrow. That's like life. My advice for myself is that don't give up in your dream. If you don't give up in your dream, you don't give up in your people. You don't give up in your family. You don't give up in your story, you know?
Yeah,
So
definitely. That's perfect. That's awesome advice. I love ending on the advice question because I feel like it's hopeful and hopefully it pushes some people to not give up
yes,
today.
because I know it's being hard. Like the pandemic can be in United States better. In Canada, we are locked since like October 2020. As a me, be an owner of a martial arts school and I have on a school, all of my other friends, I always say to them, I say, there's two ways. If you think it's still working, if you think it's gonna work, if you think it's important to keep it open, man. But if your heart say, hey, close it, that's not give up. This is like close one, learn, open better one. That's not give up. Give up is if you give up and you don't do anymore. Shut it down here. It's like break this house and making a castle. This is not update. This is like a do better, So to my friends in Canada and all the capoeiristas and all that have been go to this hard moment, I always say to them, like, listen to your heart and work with your mind. Flex now. Sorry, it's my dog. Come here. I'll introduce you. This is come here. Up here. Up.
Oh my goodness.
Good. This is Flex. Oh. This is like this dog here. Oh my God. Flex mean like be flexible. When name Flex, I think about like life have to be a flexibility. You gotta be flexible in your choice. You gotta be flexible, like how you can't be tight all the time.
Yeah.
You gotta relax, you gotta chill, you gotta think about, you gotta be flexible. When things come hard and hit you, you don't hit back. You just observe. It's okay, no? Chill. That's why I got his name. He's looking at me. I talk about him. He say, hey, man, can we go out?
He's asking you for attention.
Yeah, he's like, can we go out? He knows time for his cardio. But yes, Aggie, it's like thank you for having me here. I really appreciate like this time. I love to do podcasts because podcasts it let me show people that they should continue live their dream, live their life, do their thing, no matter what's go on outside in the world. Yesterday, I think I post something and I say like this: remember, don't worry about things that you cannot control. And that's true. Yep. If you can't control situations, let it be. Be in your zone. Do you think if you can control, you can control,
Right.
Go a different way, but don't give up.
Yeah.
Don't give up.
I love it.
From Taiwan. Thank you so much. Oh my God. Never thought that you're from Taiwan.
Thank you. Vitor, thank you so very much for coming on the show. Tune in next week for Adventures with Aggie's Full Throttle. We're going into racing.